Okay, folks, let's see what this one is. This is just a load of shit. It's not my cup of tea. I don't watch it typically. Not very often, and I find it boring and I can't understand it. So let's see how we go with it. Go look ready to fine tune that later. I don't want to touch that fucking button. Okay, let's see what this is. It is a Timely magazine. I found it in a wheelie bin, not far from where I work. And this is what we're interested in making a picture of, I think it's Serena Williams. So yeah, I'm not into tennis. I find it really boring and shitty. I don't understand the way they score it, like the word love. It's like, that is so dumb. It's like Valentine's Day or something stupid like that. The word love to describe, I think it means not having a score. Fuck, I don't know what this tennis is all about. I did play a little bit of tennis. Well, I didn't actually try to play as well as I should. My dad was trying to get me interested in tennis. Dad was always good at giving me after school activities, but I never took to any of them hardly. Never took to them. Dad threw a lot of money down the toilet in trying to get me interested in this sort of shit. I just don't have the ability to relate to this shit. I'm going to push it up and maybe enlarge it across, but that's come up looking really quite interesting. Yeah. Serena Williams, indeed. I hate these activities where people just play just for fun. They don't take it like seriously. And they don't really excel at what they're doing. They're just doing it to pass time, and I find it really quite boring. Like I've been doing photocopier art since I was 13, and my dad, from that very moment I told him about it, he told me it was foolishness. So my dad was already crushing my practice as an artist, as a photocopier artist, from the day I first announced it to him. Proudly, and he just doesn't care, and he just thinks I have to be normal, like I have to be a fucking normal person to fucking get anywhere in life. You know, he's an asshole. Dad's a fucking asshole. You know, he'd rather me just idle, and he even goes to a singing group called Sing Australia, where he pays to go and sing in places like the Opera House and other prestigious places, even though his voice is nothing. It's a piece of shit. And he can't sing, and yet he still insists on pushing it, and he thinks my photocopier art is foolishness. It's like it's almost the old, like my dad saying, being a hypocrite. He's being foolish by thinking that just because he wants to sing, he should sing, but it's just like he's not able to sing. He's about as fucking... He might as well be singing through his butthole. You know, he is an asshole after all. And he'd probably make the best music coming from his ass. He's just so fucking dumb. I don't respect my father. You know, I don't like him. He's an asshole. He's a bitch. He's nasty. Narky and nasty. and he's got to apologise on the 6 o'clock news on Channel 9, and I've done the wrong enlargement. I've compressed Serena Williams on the vertical. I was meant to stretch it vertically. But yeah, my dad just doesn't appreciate what I do as an artist. He hates what I do. He doesn't appreciate it. He doesn't think that it's worth anything. But he's going to be fucking coming to a rude shock one day. That one day he'll fucking... I don't like him. He's an asshole. He's a fuckwit. You know, where does he get off? You know? It's like he gets his fucking jollies out of making fun of me and making me angry. That's what the kids at school used to do. So I don't respect my dad. He's just in the same gulag as the schoolies that teased and bullied me mercilessly. So I'm going to give my dad a hard time. I don't care what he thinks of me anymore. I couldn't give a flying fuck. I know look, I could never play tennis, folks. I am not talented as a tennis player, and I'm not interested, incidentally, either as a tennis player. I don't care, and I just can't play the game. You know, I'm not talented. I wasn't born with a tennis racket in my hand. I'm a photocopier artist. If only my dad would understand that. I'm trying to get on the 6 o'clock news, in part, to prove him wrong. And if he doesn't like what I do, he can go stick his finger up his arse and find a fucking nugget. Stupid fucktard. And that's what I think of you, Dad. I just farted in your fucking dishonour. Okay? I dedicate that fart to you, Dad. Yep. To you, Dad, that fart was for you, okay? Just for you, dickhead. Okay, let's see how Serena Williams is going to look. Oh, here's some sirens. Sounds like a Channel 9 piece of news in the making. A bit of a breaking wind for Channel 9. Breaking news, breaking wind. Get it? Anyway, enough of that. That's come up looking really quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.